Does drinking alcohol really reduce stress for teens, or anybody for that matter? 16-year-old Olivia sat on the edge of a dock holding a red Solo cup filled with something strong and sweet. The party behind her pulsed with laughter and music, but all she could hear was the echo of failure. She'd bombed her chemistry exam. Again. Her parents were fighting. Her friends didn't know what to say. So when someone handed her a drink and said, "Hey, it'll take the edge off," she didn't hesitate. For a little while, it worked. Her shoulders relaxed, her thoughts slowed, her heart finally stopped racing. But the next morning, the anxiety came roaring back, stronger, sharper, and now mixed with shame. Olivia thought alcohol had helped her manage the stress, but did it really? Let's talk honestly about that. Every teen feels pressure: school, sports, friends, parents, expectations. And in that storm of emotions, alcohol can look like an easy escape. Nearly 1 in 3 high school seniors report drinking in the past month. And when you ask why, many say the same thing: stress. They're not trying to rebel, they're trying to cope. And for a short time, alcohol feels like it works. It slows the body down. It quiets the noise in your head. That's because alcohol depresses the central nervous system. It literally sedates you. For a few hours, it numbs the anxiety. But here's the truth that people don't talk most about. And that's belief is an absolute lie. And alcohol tricks the brain by boosting a calming chemical called GABA and blocking another called glutamate, which excites the brain. So in the moment, you feel peaceful. But as the alcohol wears off, your brain overreacts and floods you with more glutamate and less GABA. The result is a rebound of anxiety, agitation, and stress that feels even worse than before. And for teenagers, that's especially dangerous. Your brain's still wiring itself for emotional regulation and decision making. The prefrontal cortex, that part that controls impulses, won't fully mature until your mid-20s. So when you use alcohol to manage stress, you're actually training your brain not to build the real coping skills that you need. Let me tell you about Marcus. He was 17, laid back, funny, always cracking jokes. But what nobody really saw was that he drank before school just to get through the day. He said, "It's the only thing that keeps me calm." First it worked, then he needed more to get the same effect. Soon he couldn't get through the morning without it. That's how self-medication starts and how dependency grows. Teens who drink to cope are far more likely to develop alcohol use disorders later in life. And the very stress they're trying to escape ends up worse. Hangovers wreck your energy, your focus, your sleep, and your confidence. Studies show that teens who drink to cope report higher levels of depression, lower grades, and more conflicts with friends and family. So if alcohol doesn't work, what does? Well, back to Olivia. After another night that ended in tears and a fight with her best friend, she decided to see her counselor. There she learned something powerful. Relief doesn't come from escape, it comes from awareness. Her counselor taught her tools that actually worked: breathwork, journaling, emotional labeling, and positive self-talk. Instead of reaching for a drink, she started taking walks, calling a mentor, writing down what she felt instead of running from it. And slowly, her relationship with stress began to change from escape to empowerment. That's what real healing looks like. Research shows that teens who practice mindfulness, social emotional learning, and cognitive behavioral therapy skills are far less likely to use substances to cope. They learn how to face stress with clarity, courage, and calm without numbing it. And here's where adults come in. Parents, teachers, coaches, you play a critical role. It's not enough to say, don't drink. We have to say, here's how to breathe through anxiety. Here's how to name what you are feeling. Here's how to face pain with power. Because when teens feel seen, supported, and equipped, they don't have to escape their emotions. They learn how to master them. So does drinking alcohol reduce stress for teens? Maybe in the moment. But in the long run, it deepens the stress, damages the brain, and delays the growth needed to handle life's challenges. True relief doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from building a mindset and a life strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. So take a breath, face what hurts, and remember, you don't need to escape to find peace. You need to train your mind to create it. To learn more, visit me at CoachChuck360.com.